Hey yo, what is going on guys? Cash and Clean here, and for today's video I just wanted to talk about the new fish that's out for the D15 area. So if you don't know, there's new fish that got added. There's 6 common ones, 6 uncommon, and then 4 rares. So if you take a look at the fish over here, they're pretty straightforward to get until you get to the rare fish. But there's also a trick to catching these fish. So basically how this works is that when you go to D15, you can use any of the fishing poles. I just happen to use the Master Angler's Rod, but you can use any of these fishing poles. I'm not sure if it works with the basic, but pretty much any pole. And you can get the commons and uncommons. And the way it works is that whenever you go to this spawn area, so there's going to be multiple kind of, I don't know what I just did, I guess. I completed that, nice. But basically there's going to be some spawn points here, so you can see there's a few around me. And around this area is going to be fishing pools. So don't get this confused by the treasure isles. So this is going to be specific to the spawn area. So you're going to catch the fish in this area. So don't go out in the treasure isles, just stay around the hub area and you're going to see a bunch of little fishing pools. Now if you don't have this mod, I highly recommend getting the Chronicle Smart Fishing Pools, or if you guys already have the IU one, that works as well. But basically just look for the fishing pools. You can go ahead and go on your boat and make sure you guys equip a lure, because otherwise you're just going to fish up those ancient boots and you don't want that. And when it comes to boats, I really like this design because you don't really have to deal with the sail. You're like really close to the actual fishing spot. So it's pretty easy to fish. And the cool thing about this specific boat is that you can also just hop around on land. So it's a really handy boat. If you are curious, it's called the Swan Song, and I'm pretty sure you can do this with the Flamingo one as well. But basically just go around the spawn area and fish in those pools. So I didn't really do a whole lot of testing on the PTS, but apparently each of the fishing pools have like specific fish that you can catch in them. Now I couldn't have figured that out by myself, so shout outs to you, Summer. Otherwise I would have been stuck fishing here forever. But basically each fishing pool can get you like a group of fish, and I'm going to leave a link to this in the description down below. Shout outs to Nick for making the spreadsheet. But basically we have 3 different fishing pools, and to make it more convenient, you can just pull this up on the side. You can fish once to see which fish you get, and then you can kind of correspond that to which pool you're gonna get. So if I got this one, for example, the Kraken spawn, I'll know that I'm going to be getting all of the fish in this specific spot. But basically you want to get all of the commons and the uncommons. You won't be able to get the rare until you get that fishing pole, but I'll get into that in just a second. So just go around to different fishing poles and you can correspond it to one of these groups over here. So when you do get the commons and the uncommons, just make sure you go over here and loot collect it, and then once you do, you'll be able to craft the rare fishing pole. Just make sure you have all of these resources. They're not super difficult. Scale of the depths are tradable. Basically all of these are tradable except for the bottom 2. And once you do craft the fishing pole, just make sure you equip it, and then what you want to do is go back to those spawn areas and keep fishing in those specific pools and go for the rare fish this time. You will have to check each fishing pool to make sure you're getting the fish that you need, so that's why I recommend having the spreadsheet up just so you can refer to that. And once you complete all of that, there's one more fish, the abyssal squid. You have to find that in a rare pool. So if you're on console, this one will be pretty difficult because you can't really check like you can on PC. So on PC, for example, if I were to go to the water, you can kind of tell that we have numbers here. And if you have the IU fishing pole mod, you're going to try to find the one that's red because that's going to be the rare fish. And if you're on PC, then you want to try to find one that has 4 or one that has 3. I would just be careful because there will be some troll ones, because sometimes people just fish like this one, for example, up until it gets to like 6 or 4. Or something like that. Or sometimes the mod kind of glitches out, so you want to kind of do a little double take, make sure that number is exactly the one that you need. But you want to make sure you're doing that around the spawn area of D15. So just around the squid area. If you see treasure isles, make sure you're not going over there or any other biome. I'm pretty sure it's not going to work in the other biome, so just make sure you're at the spawn area and you can go to different locations. And this one will take you a long time, especially for you console people, because unfortunately you guys don't have mods like this. It would be nice if they did add mods to console, but that's a video for another time. But one more piece of advice that I want to give is just follow your quest line up until it tells you to do the fishing stuff, because I'm pretty sure at step number 8 or 9, I believe, maybe it was 10, just going to tell you to fish, and then it's going to want you to collect the rare fish, and it's going to say to attribute it to the Kraken area. There's going to be an NPC there that spawns, so you give it to tribute. It just wants the rare fish. So what I recommend is having 2 sets of each. So one for the mastery and then one for the tribute, just so you can advance in the quest. And the last thing that I did want to mention is for the Kraken shell fragments, you are able to farm them in the overworld in D15. So every time you do a dungeon, you do have to get to step number 10 in the quest just so you can actually farm them over here. And basically whenever you complete a dungeon, there's going to be a spider looking thing, a spider kraken egg, and when you kill it, it basically just gives you the Kraken shell fragments. And on average you'll be getting 7, like approximately 7 per kill, but you do need about 6,300 Kraken shell fragments, somewhere around there. I can't remember the exact amount, but it was somewhere around 6,300. And just know that some of this stuff is tradable. So for the recipe, for example, this stuff is tradable. This will cost Kraken shell fragments. but you might be able to find somebody selling them. I just went to the last page, so don't worry about the pricing, but also some of the other stuff is tradable, so be on the lookout for that if you don't want to farm it. But it's honestly not the worst thing to farm. If you just farm like the entire day or basically over the course of a couple days, you will be able to get the fragments, so it's not the worst thing to farm. And same with the fish, it's honestly not that bad. If you are on console, it will take you a little bit more time, especially getting that last rare fish, because you do have to find a rare fish pool. So I'm not sure if you guys on console have a trick for that, but maybe some random person will end up finding it and then maybe they can trade it to you guys or something like that, who knows. But anyway, that's all I wanted to talk about for this video. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed. Drop a like, subscribe if you're new to the channel, or if you find yourself coming back. And like always, thank you all so much for listening, watching, viewing, and subscribing, and I will talk to you all later.